I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches.
Clark's team will take Sandy Brondello. The Fisa Collier's team will take Cheryl Reeve. Caitlin said no, thank you.
How did Caitlin Clark, in just her second WNBA season, manage to rewrite the rules of the All-Star Draft? From a groundbreaking coach trade to assembling a dream team, this wasn't just a draft. It was a chess match. And with over 1.29 million fan votes, the question is, did her strategy prove she's already the most powerful figure in the league? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine this, 1.29 million votes. That's the number Caitlin Clark pulled in for this year's WNBA All-Star fan voting, more than some entire leagues have seen across all players combined in a year.
She got more votes than anybody in the history of the world. And so she got first pick for the starters.
To put that in perspective, it's not just a record for the WNBA. It crushes numbers that were thought unbreakable. A'ja Wilson, one of the biggest names in the league and the top vote-getter in 2023, held the previous peak with what now feels like a modest 95,860 votes. Clark didn't just break that, she obliterated it, creating a new standard that feels almost untouchable. So how does a player barely into her WNBA career end up with such overwhelming fan support? Let's talk about how the Caitlin Clark phenomenon didn't just happen. It exploded, and social media turned it into a runaway train. Her highlights? Viral. Her court demeanor? Memed endlessly.
Heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star game. This is something you're agreeing to, Fee. There's no terms to this deal.
Parents were sharing her clutch three-pointers with their kids, while even casual fans were jumping into debates about her game on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. It became impossible to scroll without seeing one of her no-look passes or deep-range shots paired with captions like, "This woman is different." That kind of broad appeal transformed the voting into a movement, not just a routine fan poll. Clark's impact isn't just measured against WNBA stats either. To draw a comparison, LeBron James, with all his global fame, pulled 2.7 million votes in the NBA All-Star fan voting in his prime. Clark's 1.29 million in a niche league? That's a sign of something bigger. She's bringing new attention to the WNBA in a way that analysts say parallels how Serena Williams redefined tennis fan engagement over a decade ago. According to one report, over 38% of her voters were from demographics that had never participated in WNBA polls before. New eyeballs, new audiences, a whole new era. But notoriety is one thing, leverage is another. Caitlin showed how that popularity can shake up the league when it comes to bold decisions. Let's talk about her next big move. You know what's crazier than pulling in 1.29 million votes? Trading your all-star coach live on air, with the entire league watching, like it's a mid-game play adjustment. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark did, and the shockwaves from her decision to trade Cheryl Reeve for Sandy Brondello were felt immediately.
He's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule.
This wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment choice either. It was bold, unprecedented, the type of move that literally required special approval from both the WNBA and ESPN. Think about that. The league had to sign off on it because something like this had never happened before in WNBA history, and Clark didn't flinch. Here's how it played out. Reeve, originally assigned to Clark's team, had coached some of the best athletes in the league, but she also had history with Clark, and not the warm and fuzzy kind.
I don't want Cheryl Reeve. She didn't want me for the Olympics. I don't want her coaching me for the All-Star game. That's right.
I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches.
Reeve had publicly been critical of Caitlin in the past and even left her off an Olympic roster. Whether that was in the back of Clark's mind or not, she still calmly announced she'd be trading Reeve for Brondello, known for leading the New York Liberty to success.
And Caitlin Clark don't like the motion offense, bro. Hence why she traded her. Why she got rid of Cheryl Reeve.
They announced it? Yeah. That you got traded? Yeah. Oh, I got to go looking on that. Traded? I have no idea what the teams are. Second time in history now. Jeez, as a player.
It was strategic. It was audacious. Other players in the room immediately reacted. Reeve, leaning into it, fired off some playful trash talk, but you could sense the competitive energy shift. Meanwhile, Nafessa Collier, facing off against Clark in the draft, said, "That's just going to be worse for Team Clark because now we've got more chemistry on our side."
I agree with Cheryl. I agree with the trade. I love Cheryl. She's my coach here. And you know what? That's just going to be worse for Team Clark because now we got more chemistry on our side.
She wasn't just joking. That move changed the entire tone of the night. The logic behind Clark's move became clearer when you looked closer at Brondello's style.
Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a
It's happening
rule.
now.
So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina.
Caitlin Clark giving the boot to none other than Cheryl Reeve. Now, Sandy Brondello opens up about this whole thing during a press conference.
She's a coach who's adaptable, has a winning mentality, and is known for creating smooth synergy between top-tier players, exactly what Clark's hand-picked roster would need. Whether it was an obvious flex or a calculated decision, Caitlin's willingness to rewrite all-star draft rules sent a message. She's here to win right now, on her terms.
I get to coach with Sabrina. I'm on Caitlin Clark's in Indianapolis. I mean, what a great show. So we'll go out there and have some fun.
With her team and Brondello now fully set, it was time to see if all that strategy would pay off when the lights came on. Caitlin Clark's All-Star Draft wasn't just about picking players. It was a showcase of how much power she holds in the WNBA already. That 1.29 million votes? It wasn't just a record. It was a symbol of her reach and influence. Then, the coach trade added something no one saw coming, the willingness to shape the rules of the league itself.
Clark's team will take Sandy Brondello. Nafessa Collier's team will take Cheryl Reeve. Caitlin said no, thank you.
Yesterday was the WNBA All-Star Game Draft, and Caitlin Clark made history by becoming the first player in WNBA history to trade a coach.
As she moves forward, this isn't just about breaking records anymore. It's about how far she can push the limits of what a single player can do. Caitlin isn't just part of the WNBA, she's redefining its future right now.